evening po. So from Ms. Crisaldo's presentation, which she already showed us multiple applications of GIS, and from the presentation of Ms. Trixie, kung saan nagbigay siya ng good talk about flood modeling, I'll be combining GIS application for the landslide hazard modeling, our geologic concepts and field data, and remote sensing. And I'm going to be discussing how we integrated all of that for the hazard mapping during the Naga City, Cebu landslide, which happened last year. So, as a background, if you remember po, last year, September 20, in the morning, a massive landslide occurred and affected multiple areas in Naga City. And here's the CCTV, which you can see, of the actual event. It only lasted for 1 minute, but because it's very fast, the maximum velocity of around 72 kilometers per hour. Unfortunately, it caused multiple casualties and infrastructural damage. And as a consequence, people were advised to evacuate their houses. So, sobrang bilis niya, mukha siyang tubig. These are solid rocks and solid material. One important thing to note is 5 days before the actual event, a concerned citizen, Mr. Lapitan, posted 2 videos. This one is from September 15, the other one is from September 17, which is ang main concern nila, almost a month before the actual event, nagkakaroon na ng cracks dun sa residential areas nila, wherein according to his post, may at least 20 families na nakatira sa areas nila. So from this, our hypothesis is this area had already started moving at least a month ago pa. There's already started creeping a month ago. Pero on September 20, dun siya eventually nag-fail totally. So, during that day, nung start ng report yung event, Dr. Mahar started instructing us to give as much information as we can, even before we could have the field, or even before makapunta kami doon. And so, using satellite image, story time, nung nire-report pa lang yung event, hindi pa kami aware na ganito siya kalaki. Since ang parating nire-report is syempre yung areas na kung saan naapektuhan yung mga tao. Ang akala lang namin na landslide is ito. So, yung landslide spread. So, in order to aid people, minap namin yung landslide spread, which is initially akala namin ito lang yung spread na to. Pero nung nakuha namin yung satellite image, doon namin na-realize na lahat pala nag-fail. Minap namin yung landslide outline, and then we overlaying the building data we got from OSM in hopes of helping yung ground personnel to locate kung nasaan yung mga affected or yung natabunan ng mga bahay. So one important feature here is we overlaying our hazard map, which again, as Ms. Crisaldo said, it was already online 2014 pa lang. And unfortunately, yung mga bahay na naapektuhan is already on the areas marked as high hazard or medium hazard areas. So here, a zoomed out picture of our hazard map. So as you can see, yun nga, sila yung mga naapektuhan ng mga bahay doon. But since the surface has already changed, this map should also be updated immediately. And yun yung task namin right after the hazard. Kasi, from here, naging ganito yung surface mo. And for us, as geologists, malaki na yung impact nun for the hazard scenarios. So, malaki na yung impact na kung alin yung i-declare namin as high hazard, as medium hazard, as low hazard. So, one of the examples of the change is this scarp. This is a 70-meter tall wall. And then yung run out, sabihin yung bagsak niya, is 1 kilometer or 1.2 kilometers. So another interesting, especially for geologists, is itong mobilized intact block. So kahit na gumalaw siya, yung mga bahay and then yung mga roads, intact pa rin. So para lang siyang naging conveyor belt na inusog lang siya, although umusog siya, yung taas, intact pa rin, pero yung baba, nadi-displace na siya. So that, again, as I mentioned, the challenge for us is to update the hazard map of the area. And so using the drone footage that we acquired right after the event, we immediately created a new digital elevation model. So this is just part of the scarp, the head dun sa taas ng landslide. Ginamit namin ito, and well, most of the landslide, half lang yung na-videohan ko. Pero ginamit namin ito to get lineament analysis, discontinuity identification, kinematic analysis. Each of this will give us a layer of data that we can use for landslide hazard. So pinaka-importante is yung propagation extent, kung gaano kahaba yung o kung gaano kalayo yung matatamaan kapag ito naman yung bumagsak. So, lahat yan. These are all the data that we used. Lineament analysis, discontinuity. Hindi na po ako pupunta sa technical part, pero ang importante is yung propagation extent. So, ito yung bagong landslide hazard map for the area wherein we combine deep-seated, yung na-update namin, plus a rainfall-induced landslide hazard map. As you can see, dahil mas maraming individual na unstable slopes na na-produce yung landslide event, mas naging dangerous yung area na to. And the side kung saan may mga natabo ng tao, it still remains dangerous kasi hindi naman nag-fail yung cliff doon sa area na yan. So, we were hoping na makatulong siya sa mga tao during, especially ngayon na kailangan nilang ma-identify kung saan yung safe areas nila again, right after the event. Pero, based sa aking narinig, nagbago ulit yung topography ng area kasi nang narinig ko, na-flatten out na yung area na yon dahil may bagong cracks na naman daw na lumabas this year lang. So, nag-decide na sila na flatten out yung area. So, kailangan ulit namin i-update yung hazard map na yun. So, in conclusion, or in summary, the interdisciplinary approach that involves GIS, geology, remote sensing techniques is very helpful for the hazard mapping that we're doing. And each event causes change, which should be accounted for updating the hazard maps. And importante ma-update yung hazard maps natin in order to build community resiliency dahil nga proper preparation prevents poor performance. Yun lang po. Thank you.